Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 2nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame, not early, actually got to sleep in a little bit, but got up, my wife was getting around, was kind of getting things done. I had to basically make sure I got the dogs out so I could take my father-in-law to the doctor today, and as I was taking care of a few things, getting ready, she comes back in and says, "Hey, I just called and canceled Dad's appointment. He's not feeling well, yada, yada, whatever." I'm like, God damn, I knew that was going to be the case. Because he is not a morning person in any way, shape, or form. He's up until, like, I don't know. The light was still on at like midnight, 12:30, whatever, his light was still on. Knowing he had to get up early this morning to get ready, I knew it was no chance, so kind of is what it is. But it's one of those things where I keep trying to tell her, set the appointments up for like noon or after, because anytime we have to be in anything that's in the AM, and he ends up missing probably over half of them, because I don't know if it's that whole, he's trying to be a rebel and doesn't want to get up early, type thing. He thinks he's a hippie or whatever, I don't know, but it is what it is. So she said she basically had already called and taken care of. I'm like, God, this sucks, because I planned my day around this trip, which isn't the end of the world, and I could still go do it technically, but there was some tools I really don't I definitely need, but I want to touch them before I buy them. So I was going to hit Harbor Freight up and check theirs out, and then if not, I was going to hit up their store that I had the tools, but they're a lot more expensive. And before I just ordered them online and turned out to be junk, I wanted to see them in person, make sure it's what I wanted before I bought them from Harbor Freight. But I can't justify driving all the way to Harbor Freight just for that. So, but his apartment was right down the street from there and would have worked out perfectly for me. So, and with the dogs, Harbor Freight lets you bring dogs inside, so I could take the dog with me. The whole thing worked around it, but not happening. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I went ahead, I got canceled. She went and checked on him as she was heading out to work and made sure he was still actually alive and whatever. And she said he was sickly and whatever, he's been throwing up, which he throws up a lot. And I don't know if this maybe is something that some people throw up a lot more than me. Like I've thrown up 3 times since I was a teenager, and I'm almost 50 years old. So it is kind of what it is there. I went probably almost 20 years and didn't throw up at all. So like from 17, 18, I can't remember exactly if I was 18 at the time. I was 18 years old last time I threw up, and then I was 20 years probably before I threw up again. So definitely is a streak that is a thing, but some people tend to throw up often. So, and I remember the first time I threw up after I'd been 20 plus years that I didn't know how to do it. Like I was freaking out. Like I was with Karen already, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna die. Like I don't know how to do this. Like, and I thought maybe I should practice this. Like this is ridiculous. But so went ahead. Since that wasn't happening, I didn't know what my day was going to be playing, so I had planned around that for a few hours of it at least. So, but got the dogs taken care of, got them all fed, yada yada. Got a few other things taken care of out there. Nothing too major, simple little stuff. And then hung around with them. Figured out what time we were going to have dinner. Mom asked what we wanted. I'm like, well, let me check my wife, because it's more her choice than mine, mostly for time, because I had time to get off work. So I thought about going out to eat, but she's been so exhausted that didn't feel like doing that. So we ended up settling on orange chicken, and 5:30 was the time we were going to eat. So, or 5:45, I think it said 5:45. So got a couple other things done, hung around throughout the day off and on, nothing too major. Decided to go ahead and get my run in, went and got my run done. On the run, ended up running into, I guess I call him a buddy, the guy I've met a few times over here, lives in my neighborhood, working on his Jeep, and stopped and talked to him, chatted with him a little bit. He's going out to go wheeling in Ocala this weekend, making sure the Jeep's ready to go. So getting that all taken care of and wrapped up. So we chatted for a little while and ended up talking to him longer than I was planning on it. So I was getting back to the house later than I planned, which I was going to be a little late for dinner. But luckily when I got there, somehow or another the rice cooker Mom had started wasn't working. She goes, I don't think the rice cooker's working. I'm like, what do you mean? So she goes, well, it's not putting out enough heat. And I'm like, well, unfortunately the rice cooker shows it doesn't really tell you it's on. It just has like two little lights, so you don't really know how it's working. It's not like it doesn't show like a temp display or nothing. So I shut it all off, reset the whole thing, started it, and I'm like, well, we'll see what happens. And then it worked. So I don't know if there was like a weird glitch in the system, if she'd pushed the wrong button or something. I don't know. Who knows? So, because it looked to me like it was on the keep warm setting somehow. Like she'd hit the button twice is what I think happened. And then put it on the keep warm setting. So, which was just not doing nothing. But because the water was already warmed up, it did make it go a little bit faster. But that gave me time to jump in the shower, all the good stuff. Got out, had our orange chicken, ended up watching our Wentworth, chilling out there with my wife, and headed back outside to play with the puppies and basically hang around with them, have myself a nice cigar, and enjoy the evening. So eventually came back in. Oh, she went and checked on her dad when she got home too, and said he was doing better. And I'm like, well, of course it is. It's late. He's gonna be doing better. It's kind of how it breaks down. But other than that, it's all pretty much same old, same old. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.